Everybody, Ralph Havens here. I want to talk about one of the things that's going to be in the upcoming free training video series that I'm going to be doing, the biggest one that I've done to date, and that I asked you for your help with. Basically, I asked if you could tell me anything that I absolutely need to cover in that. So if you didn't see the other video, I hope you find it. If not, just go ahead and scroll down below and let me know what you need as far as helping yourself get over autoimmune conditions or chronic pain conditions. Today, I want to talk about one thing, just one component that's going to be in this series. And it's a phenomenon that's quite interesting. You know, you can I see different people from all over the world with all sorts of conditions. And one of the patterns that shows up is one that on the surface, you kind of go, wow, why would somebody do this? And yet it's all tied together in one pattern. So I'm going to talk about it and then do a session, a matrix energetic session for you right now to help you shift it. So you can see what differences you notice today if this is part of your pattern. So the pattern has to do with part of the colon, and the part of the colon called the cecum, which is on the right side of your lower pelvis. So if you have right-sided back pain or leg pain, it might be contributing to that. It could very well be contributing to autoimmune conditions, and it's very much tied to gluten sensitivity. So gluten affects that part of the body. And one of the things we talk about in integrative manual therapy is how different emotions and thoughts and beliefs and mental thought forms and spiritual pains are processed in different parts of the body. You know, the heart is about love, and it's also about other things related to that. And the liver is about anger, but it's also about codependency, and it's also about path and purpose. So the cecum has an interesting process, and part of it is this phenomenon that can best be described kind of like if somebody's sitting in a room and it's dark, and their kids come in and say, hey, you know, grandma or grandpa or whoever, let's turn on the lights. We're about to go out for the day, but you're sitting in the dark. Let me turn on the lights. And the grandpa or the grandma was like, oh, no, don't worry about me. You guys just go on ahead. I'll be fine. And it's kind of funny feeling to it, a funny ring. And I might not be getting the exact specifics of anybody in particular's stuff, but you get the idea, I think, that, you know, it's kind of a pattern of like, no, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. But you know, I'm not doing fine. And I'm hoping that you feel a little not so good about it because I'm not doing so well. So there's a lot of words around that, and there could be a lot of judgment, and it's like kind of funny to even talk about it. But I'm not here to do talk therapy or to try to figure it out. All I'm saying is that kind of process can be tied to the part of the colon in the right side lower belly called the cecum. And that's also a part that's related to gluten. So if somebody that's dealing with autoimmune conditions gets off of gluten, which is a prime thing to do, a very important thing to do, not only can they get healthier physically, some of these other types of processes might be not showing up anymore. So they might not be so like that, and they might be more empowered, and they might have a bigger life. So a lot of words just to describe that the physical and the nutritional and the toxic stuff and the mental thought form belief patterns and spiritual pains can all be tied in a similar pattern. So we're going to go ahead and take that pattern here, and then we're going to go ahead and move it here. And what you might notice is what's different for you after watching this video. And while it's super useful to do a matrix energetic session to shift patterns and beliefs and physical conditions, it can also be very useful to shift things in the physical world. By that I mean getting rid of gluten in your diet, noticing patterns of how you think and feel and believe, and consciously deciding to shift those patterns. So I'm going to take all that, and we're going to move this now. And there's a big bird up there squawking at me, and that's got to mean something, right? So that's just a brief bit of what we're going to be using to shift things. Quite magical to have that guy show up, because I have something that showed up earlier today with a bird that looked like that in a quite different predicament. I don't need to talk about that right now. So, okay, so hope to see you all on the inside of this free video training series that's coming. go ahead and scroll below and leave me your information of what would be useful for you, what you would like to shift, and what I absolutely need to cover in this video series. And then go ahead and click the button. There should be a button somewhere here to join by leaving your email address so I know where to send you the videos. I'm just about to shoot them, and I will get them out to you right away. This is Ralph Havens signing off, and I'll see you all on the inside of the course.